Nakba hasn't stopped, she said. Nakba, a phrase that refers to the eviction of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians before the creation of the State of Israel in 1948. Zionist militias seriously planned and carried out these acts in order to take Palestinian land. Nearly 75% of the Palestinian population was ethnically cleansed from Palestine in order for Israel to be a country.
And more than 400 Palestinian villages were destroyed, according to a series of tweets from IMEU.
Millions of Nakba catastrophe survivors and their descendants are still living in refugee camps in the West Bank, Gaza, and surrounding Arab nations. The group thanked talib on Twitter for bringing attention to this reality and highlighting the suffering and injustice Palestinians have faced.
But wait, who is Rashida Tlaib?
Rashida Harb Tlaib, born July 24, 1976, American politician and lawyer, serving as the U.S. representative. She also became the first woman of Palestinian nature to serve in the Michigan legislature. Tlaib won the vote for Michigan's 13th congressional district's open seat in the U.S. House of Representatives in 2018. She ran unchallenged in the main election and was one of the first two Muslim women elected to Congress with Ilhan Omar. She also became the first woman of Palestinian nature to serve in the Michigan legislature. Tlaib is a member of the Squad, an informal group of 6 U.S. representatives on the left wing of the Democratic Party. The 6 members of the Squad are Jamal Bowman, Cory Bush, Alessandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib. We continue to observe the displacement, Rashida Tlaib remarked. Since Israel has long enjoyed full support from Congress and presidents of both major parties, the Nakba was hardly ever brought up in mainstream U.S. public life. Israel already receives $3.8 billion in annual U.S. war spending. And this year, Washington added extra $1 billion in support to restock Israel's Iron Dome defense system following a battle in Gaza in May 2021. Washington has ignored the Palestinian experience for far too long, and Palestinians have been gaslighted for attempting to share their story. The group thanked Talib on Twitter for bringing attention to this reality and highlighting the suffering and injustice Palestinians have faced. She kept referring to Israel's efforts to come and remove Palestinian families from neighborhoods in Jerusalem as literally pushing people out of their homes where they lived in generations and from their own homeland. The impact on people when that happens, the impact on their children, their family, it's so essential. Because many of my colleagues don't even know what the word Nakba means, Talib said. I want them to understand what the Palestine freedom movement is about. What the human rights for Palestinians is really about. And it means understanding the history of what has done to Palestinians since 1948. The seeker of justice. Rashida gained knowledge about justice and resilience. She fights for racial, social, and economic justice as the Speaker for Michigan's congressional district. Rashida rejects corporate-backed money in favor of a grassroots movement of supporters who share her goals for equal pay and benefits for all, including investment in underserved communities, a fair and green economy that solves the climate problem and returns people to work.
Hey everyone, it's Congresswoman Rashida Talib. It's a really difficult time for a lot of our communities across the nation. And I know for our campaign, we've had to shift to making sure that we're connecting with people virtually through texting, wellness check-ins. And this is where I need your help and your partnership. So please join us as we try to show up for others again during this pandemic and making sure that people have resources they need, because we know that when we're engaged and we're informed, we can save people's lives and protect our communities. So please email us, volunteer, and join this effort. And again, making sure that we are taking care of those that are the most vulnerable and those that need to be reached out to. Thank you. And again, I hope you join us.
She did a lot of volunteer work, to the point that we cannot talk about all of her amazing work. At the end, Rashida is a Palestinian, a hard worker, a Muslim woman who battled and beat the odds and difficulties to speak out for our rights in her nation, at Congress and globally. She deserves our respect and support. Lastly, keep up the good work.